Hey guys, it's Brandy with Eternal Harvest, and today I'm going to show you how I made this super simple iPad charger for under $15. Stick around. Our family was in need of some organization with our iPads and the wires that go with them. I built this storage specifically to contain the 3 iPads that we own and hide all the cords behind. I started with a big project board that I got at my local big box store, and it comes pre-laminated, joined, and planed down. When I'm in a hurry, this is what I tend to go for. It's fairly inexpensive, and you can get your project on the move really quickly, and it's already cut down for you and ready to go. It's only made of pine, which is okay in this instance. It's not hardwood, but it was perfect for this project. Next, I had these 5/8 inch pine scraps laying around in my shop, and I decided they'd be perfect for this project. If you don't have a table saw to cut them down to size, you can buy them pre-cut at your big box store. They're only about $2 and perfect for this. So you'll want to start by cutting the shelving, and I cut these boards to size, which is 11.5 inches wide. And I cut 3 of those from a 3-foot board that I bought, though I think it might have been a little wide, and I'll include the amended dimensions as well that I suggest, because we had a little extra room when I was finished with this. Then you'll have all 3 shelves cut, and you can move on to your 5/8 inch pieces. Here I lined them up and cut between 4 and 4.5 inches long, and you're going to need 12 4-inch pieces per shelf. I did cut 6 of those 4-inch pieces at a 45-degree angle there on the ends, so that it would just give it a nicer look, but that's optional, it's not needed. And you can start to line them up now on your board and see that Tetris-y pattern. This is where you can really get an idea of how you want that Tetris-y pattern to look. I didn't give it any certain kind of pattern. I kind of just messed around with it and put the holes where I thought they looked good. I didn't measure. You could totally make them equal spaces apart and mark them appropriately. This is also where I cut my top shelf at 12 inches wide. Before I glued it all down and stained it, I wanted to make sure it was the right size and would fit the iPad perfectly, but you can see there's a little space there. It's kind of big. You could cut it down a little more. From there, I took it all inside to stain because it's freezing here in the wintertime, and I wanted the stain to cure appropriately. So I took it into my kitchen and stained it up with some special walnut, and then I went over it again with some classic gray Minwax stain. You could choose any color you wanted. Just be careful with this process, especially if you're inside. It's called stain for a reason, and I drip a ton, so I tried to take all precautions necessary. I found that with pine, it definitely takes 2 coats. It tends to soak up the stain really quickly and cure. So I waited all day for it to dry, and then I added the classic gray. I kind of had to think this through. I have a nail gun, but I know a lot of people don't. I decided to glue and nail the Tetris pieces on, the shelving pieces on, but you could probably glue and clamp if you don't have a nail gun, and I'm sure it would work just as well. So you just want to make sure you get those Tetris pieces where you want them and the holes where you want them in the back and on the sides, and make sure those 45s are in the front if you chose to do that. Then you can glue, hold, nail, and clamp, however you decide to do that, to get those pieces to stick appropriately. You're going to want to wait 24 hours before using it after this whole process. And just like that, it's all done. I then took some Minwax polyacrylic to coat the top, seal the top and the sides and the fronts, and let that cure. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And let me know if you have any questions. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and you can find me on Instagram or Facebook at Eternal Harvest Decor. Bye!